Hi, my name is Gote from MP3 Car, and today we're going to talk about ACPI over USB with the Cronetics P2140. So the supplies you'll need to make this work is your P2140, and you'll need to wire it in your car. If you are not sure how to do that, look at some of our previous videos in the manual to see how you need to do it. Your laptop or some other computer. You will need a USB cable going in from your P2140 to your laptop. It's type B to type A USB cable, and don't mind all these wires. There are some extras that you will need. From a software standpoint, to make the whole thing work, you'll need to have PSU Money installed. The latest version that ships with the firmware on the P2140 is version 1.8.3, and you can get that at cronetics.com/support. So make sure you have PSU Money installed and running on your PC to make sure it works. And the only way it's going to work is PSU Money needs to be running all the time in order for the ACPI over USB to work. So I have Vista running on my laptop, which kind of sucks. But I'm gonna need to make some Vista changes that you probably won't need to do if you're running XP or another operating system. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I have this PSU Money shortcut on my desktop, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that the PSU Money application runs as an administrator. Because if it doesn't, it won't pick up the 2140 when you plug it into the laptop. So go right click on the PSU Money shortcut, go into the properties, and go into compatibility. There you go. And up here at the bottom you see privilege level. Make sure this box is clicked, which means run this program as an administrator. Click OK. And that way, next time you launch PSU Money, thank you Vista, it will recognize that the PSU Money or the P2140 is connected to your laptop. Okay, so that's about it. You might need to make some device manager changes in control panel. Some people have had to do this, so I'm gonna really point where it's at. So you're gonna go into device manager, system, device manager, the other way around, and we're gonna wait till it loads. You're gonna expand the other devices line, and there's the PSU Money P2140 device. You're gonna right click on it, you're gonna go into properties, and you're gonna click on the power management tab. So you see there's two lines here with two checkboxes. The first one is allow the computer to turn off this device to save power. You gotta make sure that's not clicked. You don't want your computer turning off the 2140 or disconnecting the connection. And the second checkbox is allow this device to wake the computer. Make sure that's checked and click OK. You're gonna close that, and then we're gonna make another change, and for this you're gonna need to go into PSU Money and you're gonna click on the settings button. So there's a whole bunch of soft switches in here. What you're gonna need to do is make sure that in this box which is titled shutdown control signal, so make sure the switch is toggled towards the enable USB. So you're going to enable the P2140 to send the startup and shutdown signal over the USB. And my laptop is set to shut down in standby mode. So you might need to do it differently, and there are going to be some complications, but for right now we're just going to explain standby mode. Make sure you click the update jumpers button and you're set to go. Now that we've installed PSU Money and we've made the necessary software changes, we're just gonna demo how ACPI over USB works really quick. And what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna flip my car ignition switch to off, and this is just an on-off switch that is inline on the ignition wire, yellow wire on the P2140. So we're just gonna flip this off, and if you see PSU Money, it shows you the status. So right now it's shutdown delay, and right now it's ACPI, so it's actually sending the ACPI over USB, and the laptop is going into standby mode. You'll see the LED on the P2140 is blinking, which means the P2140 is going through its shutdown procedure, and in about 10 seconds or so the fan's going to turn off. Alright, so the whole system right now is in standby, and I mentioned there was a whole bunch of wires in the back at the beginning of this video, and what that actually is my amp meter. So I put an amp meter in line on my constant going to the P2140, and as you can see the readout, it's almost 300 milliamps. So that means my P2140 and my laptop are drawing about 300 milliamps from my battery while they're in standby mode. So just really short, that's really bad for your battery, and it's probably going to drain it in a few days if you leave your car just sitting there. So we're gonna get back to that later to see if we can fix it, because I don't want my car battery dead. So right now, back to my ignition. I'm gonna turn it to on, turn my car to on to see if this whole thing actually worked. So as you saw, my the P2140 sent the startup signal over USB to the laptop, and my laptop boot into screensaver mode.